While our partners at the National Restaurant Association and the American Hotel and Lodging Association worked diligently this week to ensure that provisions in the COVID-4 relief bill would provide meaningful recovery assistance to the hospitality industry, Congress stalled on coming to agreement that would move a bill forward. Meanwhile, President Trump announced that if Congress did not act, he would deal with certain matters like enhanced unemployment benefits via executive order. We're hopeful that both sides of the aisle will come together in providing the relief so desperately needed by our industry. Details of the proposals for both hotels and restaurants have been provided in the PRLA daily update. In the state legislature, PRLA continues to push its 6-part restaurant recovery package, as well as the 5-part licensee recovery package. We're appreciative for the bipartisan support for most of the initiatives. A huge part of our efforts since the reduction of indoor dining capacities in restaurants to 25% on July 15th has been to shine a light on the devastating impact this order has on our industry and our dedicated employees. Since the court system and legislation is ineffective to bring restaurants back, we are influencing the court of public opinion. In just 3 weeks, we have participated in nearly 150 news stories with an audience reach of 500 million throughout the state and nationwide. All of this is focused on the fact that restaurants are no safer at 25% with required social distancing and face masking than they were at 50%, but up to 7,500 will close permanently if the order stays in place, costing upwards of 200,000 jobs. Speaking of jobs, the monthly jobs report was released today, and it showed a gain in employment and resulting decrease in unemployment, with hospitality playing a notable role. This is good news, but it's easy to see that this lagging indicator is representative of the creativity our restaurants exhibited with the help of PRLA to embrace outdoor dining, and the fact that for half of the month, almost the entire state has been operating at 50% capacity prior to the 25% governor's order on July 15. There is no doubt that the August report will be devastating unless we return to 50% soon. And of course, much more important than any report are the hundreds of thousands of livelihoods potentially destroyed. I mentioned earlier the significant media interest PRLA has generated in the plight of our industry. Also in the news this week was the group of Southwest Pennsylvania tavern and restaurant owners who are adding an additional voice to the discussion. We are a significant industry, the second largest private employer in the country, and it's good to see the increased engagement. Press reports indicated that this group intended to give Governor Wolf an ultimatum and potentially fully open for business in violation of the emergency declaration. We are happy that they chose not to do so. The vast majority of the folks in our great industry are working hard to do the right thing and work within the law. Yes, we need to get back to at least 50% capacity, and I believe the governor will bring us there before too long. But as I see it, we need to get there in a lawful manner. Our industry believes in doing the right thing, and we need to continue to demonstrate that. To close today with a bit of good news, as we predicted at the front end of this pandemic, Pennsylvania, and in particular northeastern PA, has been the recent beneficiary of drive distance vacationers from the huge population centers in this part of the country. The Pocono Mountain hotel occupancy has bounced back to about 62% as of the 3rd week of July, and while that's a far cry from last year's almost 80%, it's a huge improvement over the statewide trough of 17% in mid-April. The Lehigh Valley is posting similar numbers, and the state is up to about 42%. Certainly, hotels can't survive on 42% occupancy for long, but at least there is some positive momentum. Thanks for tuning in for another edition of It Happened This Week. I'm John Longstreet, and I'll see you again next week.